What is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Today we're going to be taking a look at the MAFEX The Dark Knight Trilogy Batman version 2.0 figure. I'm Batman. Huh? So, what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? I just got this Batman figure in the mail today. I'm really glad I did because I sold my first Batman, the first version of this Batman from MAFEX, because I wanted to get this version because it comes with the two new interchangeable heads. So I'm really glad this figure came in the mail today, but let me show you guys the packaging, then we will get into the figure review. But as you see, it comes in the basic MAFEX packaging right here. Up there at the top, on the top left, it says the Dark Knight Trilogy with the bat symbol. It says MAFEX number 7. You get a picture of Batman there. On the top right, and then another picture of the figure there on the bottom left. It says Batman version 2.0 action figure. It says Medicom toy and the DC symbol with DC Comics right there. The bottom is really nothing, warning, and ages 15 and up. Here's the one side of it. It says the MAFEX, the Dark Knight Trilogy with Batman right there. The other side has a cool picture of the figure as well. Then the top of it is the same as the one side. So it's MAFEX, Dark Knight Trilogy, Batman, and the back of the packaging right there shows you all the accessories he comes with, the new interchangeable heads up there, all the different poses you can get him in. So looking pretty cool. But anyway, that's the packaging. Let's get into the figure review. Alrighty, so starting off with the accessories first. The Batman figure comes with the same exact accessories that the first version came with. The only difference is you get two interchangeable head sculpts, so you get two new head sculpts with this Batman figure. He comes with a MAFEX stand, which is cool. So I like the MAFEX stands. He comes with this weapon right here. I know it knocks out the electricity, it turns all the power off. I forgot what it's called. I remember he used it in the Dark Knight Rises, but it's just a black plastic. It's sculpted pretty well. It's the same exact as the first one. I wish they would have painted this. I think it was supposed to be blue on the inside, but for some reason it's like a silver white color if you look in there a little more. It's kind of hard to see though. But I mean, this is sculpted fine. So you get that right there. You get the grappling gun, I mean, hook, what the hell. But they did a good job with this. I really like the grappling gun. It's painted gold with some like gunmetal gray in there and some silver at the top here, but it's painted and sculpted very well. So that's really cool looking, the grappling gun. So they did a good job with this. And then he comes with 5 interchangeable hands. He comes with a pair of fists, which are sculpted well. Same as the other Batman figure. So those are sculpted well. And then he comes with a pair of these open hands right here. And they're sculpted well also. So pretty cool. And then he comes with 1 trigger hand for the right hand. I don't know why they didn't include 2 for each hand. But oh well. And this is sculpted well also. It's to hold that one weapon and the grappling gun. So those are the interchangeable hands he comes with. And the new thing about this figure is he comes with the 2 new head sculpts. So he comes with the maskless one, which is the Bruce Wayne head sculpt, which kind of looks like Christian Bale a little bit. I mean, not the greatest, but it's okay. I mean, the hair sculpted fine, it's painted fine too, but for some reason they used like a white for like shading, which is really weird. And over here on the side, you see where it's sculpted, the hair. They missed a lot of it, which that's not acceptable. They shouldn't be doing that. For the price you paid for this figure, they should not be doing that. The eyes are painted fine, and they're both looking in the same direction. They're both looking up and straight ahead, so you gotta tilt his head down. The eyebrows seem to be painted fine. I mean, this side, where the hair sculpted, they painted all of it. Just this side they didn't, which was pretty stupid. And for some reason they used like, I don't know if it's a wash maybe, on like his nose to make it look like shading. But it looks like he has dirt. Like, right here on his nose. It looks like dirt. Same with the other side too. I don't know, that just doesn't look good to me. But he comes with that head sculpt, and the other new head sculpt he comes with is kind of the really angry, pissed off, like he's beating the crap out of you face. The eyes seem to be painted fine. The teeth seem to be painted fine as well. But for some reason, you see his skin tone, how it's kind of darker. Now look at the skin tone of the unmasked version. Why is it a totally different color? Why is he more pale with this head sculpt? And then this one, all of a sudden he puts his mask on and he's tan all of a sudden? I'm sorry, MAFEX, that does not make sense at all. That's something really, really stupid. And Marvel Legends does a better job of making head sculpt skin tones match than you guys. Sorry, that really pisses me off. That's just something really stupid. I mean, the head sculpt's cool, but I have like a white mark on his nose right there. I have another white mark up by his eyebrow. Like, what the hell? What's that all about? I might be able to scratch it off or something, but I'll try to do that later. And then he comes with this head sculpt right here. It kind of looks like he's smiling. I don't know why, but this one looks like he's smiling. Why is Batman smiling? He doesn't smile. And this one, it's same, different skin tone colors than the unmasked head sculpt. I mean, this head sculpt's fine, but I got paint, like some goldish paint right there on the side. Very sloppy. Even over here, there's paint bleeding onto the skin tone. Black paint bleeding. That is very sloppy. But anyway, that is the accessories for the Batman version 2.0 figure. Let's get on to some comparisons. Okay, so moving on to comparisons here, the MAFEX Batman figure stands at 6.5 inches tall to the top of his ears. We'll start off with the McFarlane Walking Dead Rick Grimes figure, who stands at 5 inches tall. Over here we have the Marvel Legends X-Force Deadpool figure, who stands at 6 inches tall. Just wanted to compare a Marvel Legends figure to the Batman. Then over here we have the MAFEX Heath Ledger Joker figure, who stands at 6 inches tall, so he fits in pretty good scale with the Batman. I forgot who was taller, him or Heath Ledger. Then over here we have the SH Figure Arts and Justice version Joker figure, who stands a little bit under 6.5 inches tall. Then over here we have the NECA 1989 Michael Keaton Batman figure, who stands at 6 3/4 inches tall to the top of his ears. Then over here we have the DC Collectibles Arkham City Riddler figure, who stands at 6 3/4 inches tall as well. But there is some comparisons for you really quickly. Anyway, let's move on to the paint and sculpt. So for the paint and sculpt for the Batman figure, it's the same exact body mold as the first release Batman figure. Nothing changed on it. The sculpt is really great. It looks just like the Batsuit from The Dark Knight Rises, so no complaints there with that. The only problem, I know everybody had this problem with the shoulder joints, how they popped off so easily, but look, when I spin his bicep up here, it just pops off easily. Now that is really stupid. I'm sorry, they fixed one problem, but then just give us another one. And MAFEX keeps doing this with every single figure that they release, and it's really pissing me off, and I'm not buying MAFEX anymore. This is the last figure I'm buying from MAFEX, because every figure I've been getting from them, I think I have gotten 4 figures from them. The first release Batman, this Batman, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, and then the MAFEX Joker figure, and they all have problems with joints falling off, or they use such cheap glue, pieces fall off, and it's really just more of a hassle than being happy with a figure that I get. But they did a good job with the sculpt, no complaints there. Whatever's painted, it looks good. The mask, on the head sculpt, like I showed in the accessories, there's a little bit of sloppy paint going on up there. Over here on the belt, you see it's supposed to be glued in right there. It's supposed to be glued in right there, so the belt is supposed to be glued like that, and I think I articulated it back and it already came apart. Like, they use such cheap glue, and that's getting annoying. I remember the arm of my Spider-Man broke off and I had to super glue it back on. So I'm just going to have to super glue that, but you shouldn't have to do that when you buy a new figure. You shouldn't have to deal with that hassle when you buy a new figure. That's the point I'm just trying to make. And like I said, the arm joints are just really annoying as well. Let me show you guys a closer look really quickly. Focus, you bloody bastard. But the figure looks cool. The sculpt, they did a good job with the sculpt. You got the shoulder pads up there. Looks like he has the carbon fiber look right there, which looks really cool. You got it on the chest, around the midsection and the side over there. Then on the arms, it's over there as well. Over here, the carbon fiber look. It's on the knees as well. So I like that that carbon fiber look. That looks cool. I mean, like I said, it looks just like the bat suit from The Dark Knight Rises. I like these parts on his forearms. They're really cool looking. I forgot what those are called. Sculpt on the legs look pretty cool too. The boots are alright. But if you have him like flat on the ground, as you see his toes look like they're arched up a little, which is really stupid. Same problem on the first Batman figure as well. So the only problem they tried to fix with this one was the shoulder joints, which they did fix. But then you get the problem with this bicep swivel, the arm just pops off. So that's just freaking stupid. I'm sorry, that really pisses me off. And his head just pops off really easily too. I have the problem with my Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. His head pops off at the neck so easily, and it's so annoying. So MAFEX, I think I'm done buying figures from them. Alrighty, so for Batman's articulation, he has the same exact articulation as the first release Batman. His head can look up that much, which is pretty good. Can look down that much, but then with the neck joint, a little bit more, so a little more articulation because of the neck joint, and his head just constantly pops off so easily, so that is extremely annoying. You get swivel at the head, and then there's also swivel at the neck as well. You get pivot at the neck, and you do get pivot at the head also. You got to be careful because his head joint just pops off so easily, and it's just a pain in the ass. He has the upper torso articulation that could go forward about that much, and then it goes back about that much. You could also swivel it, and it pivots as well. For the waist, you could swivel it, goes back and forth, and it can also slightly pivot as well. The shoulder joints go up about 90 degrees. It gets hindered by the shoulder pad. They go up and down. They get spin in a full 360. They also have the cool armpit joint as well. He has the bicep swivel, but be careful because the biceps pop off so damn easily. He has double jointed elbows, and I feel like they're going to pop off the way they're made. He has swivel at the wrist. It's on a ball hinge, so you can move it all around. You pop it off. That is what it looks like right there. Like I said, you just move it all around any way you want, so you get any articulation out of the wrist, which is good. And for the legs, they do pop down like the SH Figure Arts, so that's cool that they have that. So Batman can kick forward about that much, which is actually pretty good. His legs go to the back about that much, and then you can do a full split. That's actually really good. But he has a swivel up there as well. He has double jointed knees. For the ankle, it can swivel, it could go up and down, and you also get ankle pivot out of it, and then he has the toe articulation as well. So he has actually really great articulation. Just be careful when you move the biceps because they'll pop off, just like how the first release had the problem with the shoulders popping off. So they fixed one problem and just added another one. And then the other problem with it is the head popping off too easily also. So be careful with that when you articulate the figure. Oh yeah, and then he also has articulation in the cape. But the cape doesn't even go out that much, so it's kind of pointless. I mean, it's cool. You could have maybe a blowing in the wind effect, or if he's jumping down, you could have the cape articulated up. Something just pinched me or pulled my hairs out in my arm. But it's kind of cool, but I think I just prefer the regular cloth cape like the first release Batman. But that is the articulation for the figure. And overall, I do not recommend this Batman figure. Really, it's more of a pain in the ass than being happy with the figure that you got. I have to do some work with some crazy glue. You have to worry about when you swivel his bicep with it popping off. You have to be careful the way you articulate his head or it's going to pop off. I'm not a fan of this bendy wire cape. I prefer the first version cloth cape a lot better than this one. I I recommend the first version of the Dark Knight Batman figure. Get that one if you want to get either of the two. This one really is not worth it for the two head sculpts, because even the head sculpts piss me off too. They're actually painted kind of crappy, and then the maskless head sculpt is a totally different skin tone compared to the Batman head sculpts with the mask on. What the fuck is that all about? That is just stupid to me. I'm sorry, but to me there's too many problems with this figure compared to just enjoying a new figure that you bought. You shouldn't have to super glue something right when you take a figure out of the packaging and buy it brand new. You shouldn't have to worry about when you swivel something, bicep swivel or the waist swivel or the shoulders, and worry about something popping off and you have to put it back on. You're making me do too much work to just frickin' pose my damn figure. I'm sorry, but I think I'm done with MAFEX. Every figure I've been getting from them, I bought 4 figures off them, and every single figure has problems with the joints falling off, or they use such cheap glue that a piece falls off, or you swivel his head around, the head pops off. It's just getting annoying, and it's a pain in the ass. I'm not happy with the way MAFEX are making their figures. It might not bother some people, but it's really annoying the hell out of me. But like I said, I don't recommend the figure. The accessories are great, but I don't think it's worth it just to get it for the 2 new head sculpts. I think the first release Batman is better. You just got to deal with the problem of his shoulder joints, his shoulders, so his whole arm popping off all the time. But this one, they fixed that just so his bicep will pop off all the time, so that's just annoying. But the articulation is great on the figure. They did a good job with the sculpt. Like I said, it's the same as the first release Batman figure. But there's too many problems on it, and I'm not happy with the figure. But if you guys want to pick up your figures, definitely go to agelessgeeks.com, or you could join the Ageless Geeks Facebook group. You could be in direct contact with Alex. That's his thing, that he runs the Ageless Geeks. That's his store and everything. That's his Facebook page. He created that. He's a great dude. He's a good friend. He's a great retailer. Sells your stuff at retail price. He doesn't try to rip people off. He's a fellow collector himself. So definitely go to agelessgeeks.com or join the Ageless Geeks Facebook group page. It's a great group to be in. It's really fun. A lot of cool people in there. But also, if you're in California, you know where Frankenstein's is. Alex's booth is booth number 632, so definitely hit that up. He has tons of figures there with great prices. But anyway, that is my review of the MAFEX, the Dark Knight Trilogy, Batman version 2.0 figure. Hope you enjoyed my review. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share the video too. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, you can go beep yourself. Alright everybody, I'll see you later. Okay, so now moving on to, I forgot. Then over here we have the DC Collectibles Arkham City Riddler figure, who stands at 6 3 inches. Damn it. But then over here we have the SH Figure Arts Injustice Joker figure, who stands at... blah, blah, blah. Then over here we have the DC Collectibles Riddler Fiddler? What the hell?